How are you getting J-Flex dumbbell straight bar in position for the high bar squats? Are you using some kind of rack? If I can get the weight up, then it's not heavy enough to do squats even with a 3-second negative and pause at the bottom. And if the weight is heavy enough to get a good workout, then I can't get it over my head onto my shoulders. Now the straight bar referred to in this comment is called the Hyperbell by J-Flex. I highly recommend this one, and if you want to save 15% off getting this for yourself, feel free to use GamerBody at checkout. But to answer the comment, I have run into the same issue. Normally, anything above like 50 to 60 pounds is hard to get into position without it actually starting at your shoulder height. So you do kind of have to like throw the weight up into position, which again, can open you up to injury and might not be the safest way to do it. But if you can control the weight and get it up there, then you can still do squats just fine. Just know, like me, 50 pounds is not enough for me in order to actually see future results when it comes to doing squats. I more so use it in order to really get in a good squat range of motion and practice the movement more than actually building my legs with it. I personally could slow down the reps even more, but I don't really want to. Where I get the most results in terms of like quad and glute development is something more with like split squats when doing this, where I just hold them at my side. So ultimately, if you have dumbbells that are heavier than this and work with the Hyperbell, that's probably the way to go. But then you run into the issue of getting it up onto your shoulders. So you are going to run into issues here. If it is too heavy for you, do suitcase squats, just hold the weight at your side and forget the bar altogether. You could use a rack if you want, but for me, I'm either doing suitcase squats if it's too heavy or going for the 50 pounds with the Hyperbell and more focusing on form and technique over overloading it with weights.